you enjoyed seeing that exhibition. I hope you got a sense of how amazing it was, with the walls all coloured in the wallpaper that grabs from paintings and things. Fantastic. So I want to talk to you a little bit about composition in Bonnard's style, but of course I can't paint in my good clothes, so let's get some painting gear on. Okay. So Bonnard, and I've got this little book. This is as much as I've seen of his work from this little book, and wow, seeing stuff in person, if you can ever get to see artwork in the real, it's definitely worth it. It just blew me away, that exhibition. He broke so many rules. For example, like this on the front cover, having this figure on this side of the painting looking out, I would never advise anyone to construct a composition like that. And this big divide in the middle of the painting, I mean, really this painting would be more likely to be seen like that, but still that figure would be central. Like, he just broke all the rules with colour. The colour that he puts together, some of the colours, now this he was painting just when paint started to become available in tubes, and the colours, some of them are almost fluoro colours, which I don't know exist, how he managed to get the colours together. But anyway, what I'd like to talk to you about is his composition, more about his composition and that way. So here's this without the title in the front. I'll show you without the shine on it. So I'd like to talk to you about just all of this space that he regularly has in his compositions, and a little trick I saw from another YouTuber actually. So we'll turn the camera around and I'll do a little demo on Bonnard compositions. Part of the reason why he would often have these figures being cut and being at the very edge of the composition is because he used to string up all of his canvas, a great big stretch of it, on the wall and paint, and then later on he would edit and crop it down and have it stretched up. So that allowed him, he didn't necessarily start out thinking he would do this composition. So this figure would have been whole and there might have been more here, but then he's decided then to crop it like that and frame it from a larger piece. But another way to have a look at this is, if we just have a little go here, if we say have a tablecloth, and if we just mask off, just tack this down, mask off an area, and now we draw just loosely, draw some things, bowl of fruit, say, might be a jug here, vase with flowers, the window, and he had lots of dogs and cats in his work, so let's put a little cat on a chair in the corner here, something else in a plate. And then if we take this away, let's rip that a little bit, you can see this void area, so it really opens out the composition and leaves this space, and that then allows for infill of what he would do is pattern. So something like this here, where rather than having the image that might be like this, he's got all of this space for pattern. There's another cut off figure, and all this space for lovely pattern. And one of my favorite pieces I'll show again is this one with this tablecloth. I mean, have a look at this composition. He's got this bright pink and white tablecloth dominating the center of the composition, and yet this painting still works. He's absolute master at what he did. So yeah, here's just a very quick idea for you of how to perhaps loosen up a composition, is to mask off an area and work away, and then take that off, and you'll have this lovely space, a way to mimic some of Bonnard's composition style. What do you think? Are you a fan or not a fan of Bonnard's? It's a really great lesson in that, and I think there's might have even been a Picasso quote of learn all the rules so you know how to break them like an artist, or something like that it is. So yeah, it's all very well to learn all these composition rules and rules of colour, and then you can just burst out, and you know, it's a great example. You can just do really whatever you want to do. And that's what's so great, and possibly hard to do, because you feel like you've got to stay with those rules. You've got to do a certain thing, but you really are free. And the more you can be free and take risks like that in your art, the more fun you'll have. And I think the more successful the pieces will be. So I'll just show you, this is where I'm at with this coastal piece. And interestingly enough, I've got this dark mass, so I'll just bring it down a little bit. I've got this dark mass quite central to the whole piece. But anyway, that's where this is at. I can still see the canvas through here in some places, and I know some people are happy to do that. And I did notice in Bonnard's work how thin the paint was. I was quite surprised. There was a piece by Monet there, and just had layer and layer and layer of stroke and stroke. And yeah, most of Bonnard's work was very thinly laid, where you could almost see the canvas through, which again was very interesting. I prefer not to have the canvas showing, not to have the paint so thin. So yeah, this will have a lot more to do on it. But yeah, hopefully I can embrace some of the rebel of Bonnard into this as I go forward. So that's it from me. I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.